When William the Conqueror died back in 1087, the man who once ruled England and Normandy with iron and fire had no idea about the humiliation waiting for him. This was the same guy who reshaped kingdoms through blood and war, commanded armies, and crushed rebellions like they were nothing. But power means nothing when death comes knocking. In his final years, William's own body became his worst enemy. The once mighty warrior had grown so huge that even his horse struggled under him. Then, during a brutal campaign in northern France, his horse stumbled while he was burning the city of Mantes, and the king was thrown forward onto his saddle's iron pommel. That single impact ripped him open inside, leaving him slowly dying in agony. The conqueror who had once crossed the English Channel to seize a crown now lay helpless, his chamber filled with the stench of decay, as his courtiers fled one by one. When he finally died, his servants looted his body, took his gold, his armor, his royal robes, and left their king naked, alone, forgotten. But that wasn't even the worst part. When they tried to cram his swollen, rotting corpse into a coffin that was too small, they pushed down hard, and his body literally burst open. The church filled with a sickening stench, priests gagged, people ran for the doors, the funeral turned into total chaos. The man who had once terrified nations now became a symbol of decay and shame. And centuries later, his curse continued. His tomb was broken into, looted, and desecrated again and again, until only one bone remained, lost in dust and history, as if even time itself refused to let the conqueror rest in peace. Years rolled by after William the Conqueror was laid to rest in the Abbey of St. Stephen in Caen, a grand church he himself had built to make peace with his sins and his wars. But peace? Nah, not for him. Even in death, the man couldn't catch a break. His marble tomb, guarded by monks and meant to last forever, didn't stand a chance against time. Less than 100 years later, chaos struck, civil wars, political bloodbaths, soldiers tearing through graves like animals. William's resting place was cracked open, his eternal sleep shattered. The monks tried patching it up, praying for calm, but history kept coming back with vengeance. Centuries passed, and the city of Caen became a battlefield over and over again. Then came the 16th century, the bloody wars of religion. Protestant soldiers stormed the abbey, saw those royal tombs as symbols of Catholic greed, and went berserk. They smashed everything: marble, coffins, relics, and William's own coffin didn't stand a chance. His bones were scattered, tossed aside like trash. But one priest, terrified, trembling, managed to grab a single leg bone, a femur, and hide it inside the ruins. That's all that was left of the mighty conqueror, one lonely bone. When peace finally crawled back, the church tried to make things right. They found that one bone, sealed it in a small lead box, and placed it in a new tomb, hoping this time the king would rest. But fate wasn't done mocking him yet. Centuries later came the French Revolution, and all hell broke loose. Revolutionaries tore through churches, smashed royal tombs, and destroyed everything that screamed monarchy. Once again, William's grave was ripped open, and his remains were lost, scattered to the wind, gone forever. Today, in the Abbey of St. Stephen, there's just one small stone slab left. It says, "Here lies William the Conqueror, King of England and Duke of Normandy." But the truth? That slab doesn't guard a body. It guards a ghost, the memory of a man who ruled nations but couldn't hold himself together in death. From the moment his body burst during that cursed funeral to the centuries of destruction that followed, William's story became one brutal reminder. No crown, no army, no empire can beat time. And if you ever walk through the silence of Caen's Abbey, with candles flickering and footsteps echoing on the cold stone floors, maybe, just maybe, you'll feel him. The restless conqueror. The king who won the world, but lost his peace forever.